this and mute everyone. My computer's behaving today, and I'm going to share my screen with you. And do unmute yourselves if you have a question to ask, but I will be asking a few polls as well during the course of the lesson. So let's have a look at this hand here, where you're south, you opened one heart, there was a 2-diamond overcall, your partner made an invitational bid of 3 hearts, and you raised it 4 hearts. And the opponents start off here by leading the king of diamonds, and down comes dummy. And what I'd like, I've got a poll for you straight away here, which is to ask you, how many losers do you think declarer has? So don't answer verbally, but let's have a look at the 2 hands, look at each suit one at a time, and count how many total losers you think you've got. I'm going to give you a few seconds to complete your counting, and then I'm going to launch the poll. How many losers do you think declarer has? How many losers do you expect? Here comes the poll. Up to 76% have voted. 84%. Any more stragglers who wish to vote? Okay, let's end the poll there, and I'll share the results with you. And by a 2-to-1 majority, you've gone for 3. 67% went for 3, and 33% went for 4. So most of you said 3, and some of you said 4. Let's have a look at this and go through the suits one at a time. Well, we've got 1 spade loser, haven't we? And let's leave the trumps for a minute. We've got 2 diamond losers, because we shouldn't lose any more than 2 diamonds. After that, we can ruff. And we don't have any club losers. So 1 spade and 2 diamonds is pretty clear cut. That's 3 losers. Are we likely to lose any trump tricks? Well, probably not. If the trumps divide, we've got 9 trumps. If the trumps divide 2-2 or 3-1, we'll definitely not lose any tricks. Even if they divide 4-0, we have a chance to avoid losing a trick. The only time we will lose a trick is if West has got all 4 trumps, including the Jack. But actually, if East has all 4 trumps, we'll find that out when we play the first round, and then we'll be able to finesse against whatever trumps East has. So actually, I ran this combination in suit play, and the chance of losing a trick is just 5%. The only time you should lose a trick is if West has got all 4 trumps. So 3, I think, is the right answer. We don't expect to lose any hearts, just the 2 diamonds and a spade. Do interrupt me if you have any questions on that. So let's see how we're going to play it. They start off with the king of diamonds, and of course, they overtake with the ace and lead back a diamond, which their partner takes, and now they play a 3rd diamond, and this time East roughs it. Okay, now if we want to win this trick, we'll have to overruff it, won't we? We'll have to overruff with the ace, king, or queen. But can you see that if we overruff it, we're making ourselves a little vulnerable in the trump suit? Because now, if we ruff high and the missing trumps divide 3 are all in one hand, because 1 has gone already, but if the missing trumps are now 3 in one hand, we may easily lose a trick in trumps. In fact, if I bring up the four hands, you'll see that is the case here, that if we overruff here, now we are likely to lose a trick to the Jack of Hearts. So this is a situation where we have the luxury of deciding whether to ruff after the opponents have ruffed. And instead of ruffing here, obviously if we do ruff, we'll ruff high. The other option is to discard a loser. And that is actually a much better option here. So what should we play on this diamond? Which loser are we going to discard?
Spade.
The spade, yes. We discard the spade. And now we're in good shape. East is on lead. Whatever they play back, suppose they play a spade, we can win that one. And now we're going to draw trumps. So we'll play the ace, the king, and the queen, getting rid of all the opponent's trumps. And now it's all straightforward. We just cash our remaining top tricks and we'll make 10 tricks there. Okay, so this was an example of ruffing or not ruffing after the opponents have already ruffed, and we can decide what to do. And I hope you can see that if you had overruffed, we would then be in danger of losing a heart as well as another spade, and we could have gone down. Anyone have any questions on that? So instead of overruffing, we discarded a loser. We deliberately lost the trick so that we avoided that spade loser later on. Do interrupt me if you have any questions on this. Let's try another one. And here's one where East opened a weak 2 spades. We bid 3 hearts. I hope you agree with that bid. And North bid 4 hearts. And the opponents here lead the ace of spades. That is partner's suit. And they lead the ace of spades. Again, it's a good idea before we go any further to stop and try and count your expected losers on this hand. There's no poll on this. Just tell me how many losers you expect here.
3.
3. We count losers from the point of view of the hand with the long trump suit, which is our own. And here we can see we've got 2 spade losers, which I think we're going to lose right away. We expect not to lose any hearts because we've got 9 trump, including the ace, king, queen. But we do have a diamond loser. We expect to lose 1 diamond loser, no club losers with the ace, king, queen, jack. So hopefully we're going to make our contract losing just 2 spades and 1 diamond. Now, let's see how it goes. Let's suppose the opponents start off with a spade and they play another spade over to the queen, and they are now going to play a 3rd round of spades, the king. Now, if you're thinking about this, think about what the 2 spade bid showed. How many spades did that show? And think about what you're going to play from the south hand. And I'm going to launch another poll now, which is going to be to ask you what you think south should play from their hand at trick 3. So the king of spades is led, and what are you going to play here? Have a little think, and here comes the poll. Great, we're up to 83%, and let me end the poll and share the results with you. and 86% of you have gone for a diamond, with 10% choosing a high heart, the King of Hearts, and one person choosing a low heart. So let's have a look at this, see what we think. Well, you know pretty much that West is out of spades here. Because the week 2 shows a 6-card suit, if you do your counting, 2 rounds have gone, and you can be pretty certain that West doesn't have any more spades. So if you ruff low, it's almost certain to be over-ruffed. So you don't really want to ruff low. And in these situations, there are always 3 choices: ruff low, ruff high, or discard a loser. And here, I think it's going to work out much better, as most of you chose, well done, to discard your loser, discard your diamond loser. The problem with ruffing high, it could work, but you are making yourself a bit more vulnerable in hearts, because with 9 trump, if you if you ruff high, you're now left with 2 high trump, and now you may lose another trump trick. You may lose a trump trick. So much better here to discard a loser, a definite loser, that diamond, rather than attempting to ruff. Now, what will happen after that? Well, East has won that trick, and they may well carry on with another spade. If they do play another spade, you don't really have any losers to discard anymore, but at least you'll be able to ruff in dummy. So what I would do is probably ruff low, and if it gets over-ruffed with a 9, let's say, I'm going to over-ruff that in dummy. And at least it will have got rid of one of their high trumps, so that if I bring up the 4 hands now, you can see that if they hadn't ruffed that, obviously I would have just won it with the 2. But if they ruff it with the Jack 10 or the 9, then I've got to over-ruff to win that. But at least it's got rid of one of their high trump. So now when I draw trumps, playing the ace and the king, the remaining trumps all go, and now I can claim 10 tricks. So that one was a slightly more tricky one. It involved the decision on discarding or ruffing, and you had to make it before the opponents had ruffed. Okay, you expect them to ruff, and you've got to decide what to play. Do interrupt me if you have any questions on this one. Here's one, I don't have a poll on this, but just a question on the bidding here. West here has opened at week 2 spades. Your partner doubles, which is for takeout, of course. What would you bid with the south hand? Anyone like to suggest something?
3 hearts.
3 hearts.
3 hearts. Any other thoughts?
3 hearts.
Any other thoughts?
4 hearts.
I'm going to say 4.
I think definitely 4 hearts. Don't forget, if you just bid 3 hearts, you're not really showing anything. Your partner's double has forced you to bid. So if you just bid 3 hearts, that could be a very weak hand, just where you've got preference for hearts over anything else. So with a hand like this, it's more than 10 points. And a 6-card heart suit, I think you'd have to bid 4 hearts. You just bidding 3 hearts doesn't show anything, and your partner might well pass that. So I think I agree. I'm going for 4 hearts on this hand, and that's what happens. That ends the auction, and the opponents lead a spade, the ace of spades. And once again, I'd like you to start off by counting your expected losers and tell me what it comes to. How many losers do you expect here? There's no poll on there. Just let me know what you think.
3.
4.
3.
Right. So we start off. If we look at the hand, look at it from our own hand point of view, we've got 3 possible losers in spades, except we hope to ruff one of those, don't we? We hope to ruff one. So if we can ruff one, we'll hold our spade losers to 2. We hope that we don't lose any heart tricks. We've got the ace of diamonds missing, but we're not going to lose any clubs.
3,
So if we can avoid 3 spade losers, we hope to escape with just 2 spades and 1 diamond loser, 3 losers. So that's what we're hoping to do on this hand. Let's see what happens. The opponents start off with the ace of spades, and then they play the king of spades. And at trick 3, they play another spade. And I've got another poll for you. This is a poll about what should you play from dummy here. So don't answer verbally. They've played the jack of spades at trick 3 here. And the question is, what are you going to play from dummy? Have a little think. I'll give you another 10 seconds to think about it. And I'm going to launch the last poll of the afternoon.
King of hearts.
Yeah, don't answer verbally.
Sorry.
And here comes the last poll. Okay, I'm going to end the polling there. And the majority here, 68%, have gone for the King of Hearts, with 18% going for a low club, 9% going for a low heart, and 1 person going for a low diamond. Well, let's consider each of those options in turn. Let's see. Again, like in the last hand, because of that 2 spade bid, we can be pretty certain that West started with 6 spades, and at this point, East has got none. Now, remember, we're expected to lose 2 spades and the ace of diamonds. So the option here is, one option is to ruff low, but if we do ruff low, it will almost certainly be over ruff, because the 5, 4, and 3 are low cards, and they'll probably be able to over ruff that, and we'll suffer another loss of a trick if we let them over ruff us. What else can we do? Well, remember, there are always 3 options. We can ruff low, we can ruff high, or we can discard a loser. Now, is there a loser that we can discard from the north hand that will save us a trick? Well, the answer is there isn't. Because although you could discard a club, you weren't planning to lose any clubs anyway. And although you could discard a diamond, you're still going to lose the ace of diamonds. So this is an example of a hand where you cannot discard a loser that will help you, that will avoid a trick here, avoid a loser. So you don't really have an option of discarding a loser. I hope you can all see that. And most of you have gone for the third option, which is to ruff high, ruff with the king. Now, really, it's an option just between ruffing low and ruffing high. And here, I think I'm definitely going to ruff high. It does slightly increase the chance that I might lose a trump later on. On the other hand, I've got 10 trumps. I've got 6 trumps in the south hand, 4 in the north. So the opponents have only got 3. And most likely, even if I ruff high, if the opponent's trumps then divide 2-1, I still won't lose another trump trick. Or even if they were 3-0, there might be a chance to finesse against the the Jack of Hearts if I discover they are 3-0. So here, yes, the right course of action is to ruff high. Ruff with the king, because ruffing low won't help you, and discarding doesn't help you either. So, yeah, so you ruff, East discards. Now you turn your attention to trumps. You lead a heart, and when you play a heart, you discover that you do indeed have a bad trump break. All the trumps were in the East hand here. However, that's okay. We can avoid losing a trump by finessing now. So what we're going to do is get back to dummy, maybe with the club, and lead hearts again. And we're finessing against East here. We know that West has got no more trumps. And now we're going to be able to draw the last trump. And we'll just make our contract. We're going to lose a diamond at the end here, but we'll make 10 tricks there. Okay? So this was a hand where we had to decide between ruffing low, ruffing high, or seeing if there was a loser to discard. And here there was no meaningful loser to discard, nothing that would actually help us avoid losing a trick. So it's not always possible to discard a loser. All right? Do interrupt me if you have any questions on this one. Let's have a look at this one. Here it's gone 2 spades by West. Again, a weak 2. And it goes all the way around to us. And I think South should bid 4 hearts here. South, you've got a very nice hand. You've got, what, 14, 15, about 19 points, something like that. You need so little from your partner to make 4 hearts here that I think you should go for it yourself. Problem with bidding 3 hearts is your partner may well pass that and you may miss game. So I think 4 hearts is a good bid here. The opponents lead the king of spades. And again, I'd like you to start off by trying to count your expected losers in this hand. Tell me how many losers you think you have.
Three. Oh,
Someone said 3, someone said 4.
three.
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 We expect we'll lose 1 spade, no hearts, but we're going to lose a diamond and we're going to lose a club. Do you agree with that? 1 spade, 1 diamond, 1 club. So it looks like we're in good shape here. There is a problem on this hand though. I don't know if anyone can see what it is. How many spades did West start off with?
6.
How many spades did East start off with?
Might be none.
None, I think.
Might be none.
None, yeah. Because of that long spade suit in dummy, if you pause at trick 1 instead of playing without thinking, you should realize that East is almost certainly void in spades. Okay, you've got 5 spades in dummy, 2 in your hand, that's 7. If West does have a normal weak 2 with 6 spades, then East has got no spades. And so there's a problem here, because if you play your ace here, it's virtually certain you won't make a trick with it, because it's going to be ruffed. So what should you play?
Low.
Play low, yes. It's tricky, this one, but yes, play low. And again, East discards here. Okay, so you know it would have been ruffed. Again, West plays another spade. And again, you're going to play low. The thing is, what you're trying to do is make a trick with your king ace of spades. And therefore, you have to not play it. You have to avoid playing it. Otherwise, it'll be ruffed. There we go. They've taken those first 2 tricks. They play another spade. What are you going to play this time?
Low again.
You have to play low again. Yes. You've got your ace of spades, so you've got to play low, and this time, if they ruff, you can overruff. If they hadn't ruffed that one, you could have ruffed low, but if they ruffed with the 9 or something like that, then you're going to overruff to avoid losing that trick. So basically you've lost 2 tricks. Let's just bring up the 4 hands. And what we're going to do now is draw the opponent's trumps. Okay, there's 1 trump left, so we'll cross over to the queen, drawing it. And now we can cash the ace of spades if there are no more trumps out. And we can discard our loser. Our diamond loser or club loser, I think, is equally good there. Now we've discarded that. Now we can make the rest of the tricks. We're going to lose 1 club at the end. We can't really do anything about that. We just may as well play off all our trumps and then leave the club at the end. But hopefully they'll probably keep their queen of clubs, but you should make your 10 tricks there. I hope you can see that if we go back to the beginning here, if I bring up the GIB link here, you can see that when they leave the king of spades, if you play your ace, you'll be defeated by 1 trick. So that was another example of not winning a trick, deliberately losing a trick, so that you can take your ace later on. Okay. Anyway, those are all examples of what's called loser on loser plays, deliberately losing a trick that you might have tried to win. And these are the kinds of situations where it will help you in different situations where that is the right strategy. Does anyone have any comments or questions on any of that?
Yeah, Tony, West beat 2 spades on 5 spades only.
West has got a 6 cards.
No, 5 cards. Oh, the S. Yeah, that's fine. No, sorry. King was played already. That's
Yeah, the
fine.
king was already playing.
The king was already on.
Yeah. No, that's a perfectly sound 2 spade bid. Yeah.
No, that's perfect.
I have an unrelated question.
All right then. Okay.
What does GIB stand for?
You know, I'm not sure.
Nor am I.
No, I don't know. I mean, it's the name of the software, but I don't know what it stands for. I've seen it written, but I've never seen it explained. I think it's just the name of the software. Any other questions? That concludes the lesson, except for anyone who is who needs a partner for the game at 2 o'clock. So
I'm looking for a partner.
okay, so that's Sala. So if you don't need a partner, you can leave the call here, and we'll see you online at 2 o'clock. If you need a partner, would you stay on the call and see if we can find a partner for you?
Yeah.
So
okay.
thank you all very much. Just
Thank
stay on the
you.
line if you need a partner. And that was Sala there who needs a partner. Is there anyone else who needs a partner? Okay. If there's no one else, Sala, I can play with you. Would you like to do that?
Oh my God. No choice.
You don't want to play with me?
Yeah, I have to. Yeah, it's all right.
It's fine. It's fine. If you're, I mean, I'll be promise not to be a bad partner.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll see you online, Sala.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm on table number 1, north south.
All right. Yeah.
in
I'll
this-
I'll see you there.
Have a look.
Okay. Thank you all very much. Bye, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.